Hello everyone, myself Dr. Love K. Kataria. I welcome you all. And today we are going to discuss 2 points, stomach 37 and stomach 38. Now before starting the video, I request all of you to please share the video so that our therapist and the therapy can be benefited. So let's start the video, and firstly we will look at the locations of both of these 2 points. So in previous video we saw the location of stomach 35 and stomach 36. There is a difference between 3 chun. Similarly, from stomach 36 we'll go 3 chun below. Okay, so we'll fall into the space and lateral to the shin of the tibia, and that is the stomach 38 point. Then for stomach 38 we have there are 2 ways. Either you can go 2 chun below the stomach 37 point, or you can just go in the middle of the lower leg and from on the lateral side of the shin of the tibia. So this is the tibia bone, this fibula bone. The tibia, the front looking part of the bone is known as shin. So laterally from the shin of the tibia you will fall in a space, and that is the stomach 38 point. So let's start. Let's see the stomach 37 point first. So stomach 37 is known as Shang Ju Ju. It means the upper great void, and which means simply that it is located in the hollow of the shin. So laterally to the shin there is a hollow space, and where this point is located. Now this point has a very important role as far as the intestines are concerned, because this is the He-See point, or the or particularly the lower He-See point of the large intestine. See, very interestingly, the 3 meridians, that large intestine, small intestine, triple wormer. Now all of them are on the meridians are on the hand, but and their He-See point on the hand, those are the upper He-See points. They doesn't have the significant role as far as the particular organ is concerned. Okay, so but this is the main point now, which is going to influence this particular organ, that is the large intestine in this particular case. So as we know that it is a He-See point, so it is going to cover all kind of the intestinal disorders. Let's see, that's covering the diarrhea, any kind of diarrhea, whatever is the cause, like deficiency, cold, damp heat. Okay, or if there is the stagnation in the intestine, distension, pain, constipation, intestinal abscess, appendicitis. There are other specific points for appendicitis, but this can also be used. So any kind of problem in the intestine, this is the point to choose. So it can also be used in the deficiency of spleen leading to the loose stools and diarrhea, because see, on one hand this point lies on the stomach channel, so stomach is related to spleen, and on the other side the intestine is again related with spleen. So in case of spleen deficiency, it is going to tonify the spleen as well, if it is causing, the deficient spleen is causing loose stools and diarrhea. Then the next function is that it is near to the stomach 36 point. Now stomach 36 is like a very big VIP point, so that's why it also has its effects over the stomach 37. So most of the functions of stomach 36 are also seen in stomach 37 points. So it influences, stomach 36 has its influence till the stomach 37 point. So the next function is that this point acts as a sea of blood. Now we have already seen in the previous videos that penetrating vessel is the meridian of sea of blood. So, and this is the point of sea of blood. So how they are connected? Now let me tell you that penetrating vessel is a very big meridian. It does not have its own unique meridian, but it is made from joining the other meridians. So in that reference, the penetrating vessel has 2 major points which are there for tonifying blood, known as point of sea of blood. So there are 2, actually there are 3 points. So one is the upper point of sea of blood, and there are 2 which are the lower point of sea of blood. So upper is UB11 and the lower is stomach 37 and stomach 39. Now if you see it from a medical perspective, in order to tonify blood, okay, you need to have a very strong intestine. So if intestines are strong, they are able to absorb good nutrients, and then only blood can be tonified. Without a good strong intestine, blood cannot be tonified. So in that reference, you can clearly see this is the point which can help you to tonify the blood. Now, as this point is located on the lower leg, so as we have seen in the previous videos, that all the points on the thighs or on the lower leg, now they are also used in the disorders of the lower limb, as the Yang-Ming channels are full of qi and blood. So the symptoms like the problems like hemiplegia, atrophy, numbness, weak legs, knee swelling, and so on, they are used this point is used in such cases. So the next function is that it clears the heat from the stomach. So there are 4 points which clear the heat from the stomach, and those are stomach 30, stomach 36, stomach 37 and stomach 39. So these are the 4 points, and it is one of the points in this group. So in case of heat of stomach, it is an important role to play. Then the next function is that it opens the chest and subdues rebellious qi, as we have seen in the earlier videos, in the previous points on the abdomen and basically on the chest. The stomach points are always used in the subduing the rebellious qi or in the excess condition. So this point also acts as a distal point, similar to what stomach 36 was doing, and stomach 37 also has the same role. So it is used in asthma, breathlessness, coughing, dyspnea and so on. So this was all about stomach 37, which was there for the intestinal disorders. Now let's move on to the next point, that is stomach 38. Now stomach 38 is known as Tiao Kou, and which means the narrow opening. Now let's understand why it's known as narrow opening, because you can see that it lies between the stomach 37 and 39 points. Now this is the lower EC point of large intestine, and stomach 39 is the lower EC point of the small intestine. So it has act as a connection between the two, and in that reference this name has been given. So again you can see that it can be used as a local point because it falls straight just in the middle of the lower leg. So again it can be used for the disorders of the lower leg. But the most important and the significant role of this point is that it is used as a distal point for the shoulder disorders. So whether it's frozen shoulder, sprain in the shoulder, pain in the shoulder, whatever is the reason, this point can be used. So how to use as a distal point? Now suppose if the right side of the shoulder is having some problem, suppose it is on the large intestine or the right side of the shoulder itself, the whole shoulder. So what you need to do, you need to needle on the same side, stomach 38. Just try to do some manipulation with the point, achieve some DQ and ask the patient to move the shoulders, and gradually you will see that the pain will subside off, the sprain will be eased out, and if the shoulder is frozen, it will open up. So it has a fantastic role as a distal point. And as far as the needling is concerned, that can get the best and the quickest result. Magnets and methi seeds also have very good effects if you are using for the shoulder problem, but when using the needle, it has really quick results, really magical results can be achieved. Now this particular function, it shows that there is a link between the stomach and the large intestine channel. So the Yang-Ming channel has composed of large intestine and stomach, and this clearly shows that the large intestine and the stomach channels are they are closely linked. So that's for today. Thank you.